guys, Dave back with you today, and I just wanted to do a really quick follow-up review of the RAINSMORE hydration backpack that I did a week or two ago. I'm not exactly sure when. Love this pack. The bladder's pulled out of it. I've got that drying out in the other room. I've used it multiple times. It's a great value for the money. I'll drop a link to that review below. But one of the features in this pack is it has these side bags here where you can put water bottles, or they have buckles on the top. You can put trekking poles. Let's talk about trekking poles. I hike a lot during the off season from kayaking. When it gets too cold or the water's frozen, I am in the woods hiking somewhere. And if I'm being honest, I used to mock people who I would see doing hikes with what I thought were ski poles. I didn't quite understand it at the time, and I thought, why would you want to have ski poles in your hands? Well, I've educated myself. I did a review of a tactical hiking stick a year ago, and I kind of really fell in love with using a pole while hiking. And this is a tactical guy where every part unscrews and it's got a weapon. This is like a spear, there's a knife, there's all kinds of stuff in this handle that they kind of all, it's all inside. You pull a section apart and you get a different tool, all right? So you see this, but what I did is I actually went out and bought a second one of these. So I would have two of them. So I've started hiking with two poles, one in each hand, and these are great tactical sticks. I'll drop a link to my review of this below, but it's really heavy. It's a heavy piece of gear. Heavy piece of gear means you're expending more energy, you get tired out more quickly, and these things can start to feel, frankly, like a weight, like you just don't want to be carrying these things anymore after 8 or 9 miles. Enter the trekking pole. Now I found these on Temu, a pair of these now, for about 15 bucks. So I went down the rabbit hole and was looking for something very lightweight and portable and packable. As you see, this will go right in the side of my hydration backpack. But I do want to talk a little bit about these particular poles, and I'll drop a link to these below, because I imagine some people are going to buy these and have no idea how to even put this together, because it's a little bit not intuitive. They're held together by a piece of stainless steel cabling here with a plastic layer around it, and then at the top there is a little lever here where you just flip that up, that quick connect, and handle part comes off. We'll come back to this in a second. What they don't really explain and what's not really clear is in this upper part of the hiking stick, there's this little black tube sticking out, and you have to pull that out to right here before you see an arrow that says pull. So it's not obvious that that thing is there. So that's kind of why I'm doing this video, is you pull that out and these sections go right into each other. They telescope into each other, keep pulling, and then there's a little spring-loaded ball that pops out and then keeps this in the extended position. To collapse it again, you would press that ball in and then it just folds right back up again. All right, got it? The trick is to pull that section out until it clicks. And this is a good, sturdy platform. This only weighs about 370 grams, which is really cool. It's much easier to hike with. All right, let's come back to the handle. This has a wrist strap on it, so you put your hand through there. And the cool thing here is there's a little tab, and if you pull that, it will take up the slack. All right, oh boy, it'll take up the slack here, and it'll make that fit snugly on your wrist. You get the drift, I think. You pull this tail end and it makes that loop smaller, and then you can pull it back out to make it bigger. You take this stick, you put it on the pole, you press that clamp down. All right, there's a little screw here to adjust the tension on it. So you clip that, and then you've got your fully assembled pole. Again, this kit came with 2 of these. They were about 15 bucks on Temu. I'll drop a link. These are really kind of amazing, and it comes with a little rubber boot on the bottom. It's got a tungsten tip here, so that's going to last outdoors for probably ever. It's going to last a really, really long time in rugged terrain, and I will say it comes with 3 extra accessories here. There are these little shoes or boots that go on it. One is it's just a rubber foot. So if you're going to be on like pavement, or you're hiking or pulling in an urban environment, you would probably want to use that. It's got one for mud, all right, and it's got one for snow. So this would be kind of like the ski pole idea. And these just go on the end of the pole, and there's threading on there. They just screw right on, and then you've got a little accessory on the bottom, so you could use this in snow. I'll probably just always use this tungsten tip, and it's a good idea to keep that covered when not in use, because that does have a sharp edge on it, so it could potentially cut you. But yeah, these are amazing. The reason you would use trekking poles is to get more contact area with the ground. It's going to help your balance, and if you have one in each hand, you're now also getting an upper body workout, okay? So it's a way to engage more of your body, to get your body moving while on hikes. And trekking poles, my idea on them has really come around 180 degrees. I think they're a fantastic idea. I especially got to really like hiking poles when I'm like climbing up creek banks, steep banks. You go down and you're trying to come up the other side, and sometimes it's muddy and slippery. It was nice to have a stick, hiking stick, to put in the ground to work my way up the bank, or sometimes even plant it in the ground and then put my foot on the upside of it to get traction, so if my foot doesn't slide. So now I have one in each hand. Yeah, these things are really cool. I would recommend them. I'll drop a link below. Go check them out in Temu. 15 bucks for a pair. You really can't go wrong.